Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Giggity, real name is Mark, and in today's video we are going to be going over the best zombies map from each Call of Duty that has a zombies map in it. There are 12 Call of Duties that have zombies game modes in them, and 6 of them that do not. The 6 that don't are the original Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare Remastered, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2019 does not have them, and Modern Warfare 2 does not have them, the new Modern Warfare 2, and I do believe that's it. So those are the ones that don't have them. But yeah, we're going to be going over all the CODs and which map I like the best. Now I want to make it very clear that I am not a professional Call of Duty Zombies player. I'm not like a veteran prestige master like Mr. T-Lexify or Tim Hansen or something like that. I'm just a regular dude that enjoys zombies. I've played all these maps. I've played every single Call of Duty Zombies map in existence. I do like zombies. I love zombies. But I'm definitely I haven't done all the Easter eggs and stuff like that. I'm not the smartest guy when it comes to that. I also wanted to make it very clear that this is only the original maps. I think that goes without saying, but just in case people are thinking that it might include remasters or modded maps even, that is not the case. And one last thing before we actually get into the video is I did want to thank you guys really much for the support, man. We're at 90 subscribers already, and that's just really cool. So I do really appreciate that. You guys are growing this channel really fast. Obviously there are some people out there that are like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, blah blah blah, but that's bound to happen with every freaking channel, so I really don't care anymore. I've learned my lesson when it comes to those guys. And the other thing is too, a lot of people are commenting right now we're in a down period because we just finished up that series ranking every map in each Call of Duty. So right now we're just doing some random videos to throw in there that I think might be fun. But while I wait to come up with another video series idea, and so people have been recommending some in the comments, and some of them are really good recommendations, and I actually think that I might start doing some of your guys' recommendations for video series. And so yeah, if you guys have any ideas for a video series you'd like to see, please let me know in the comments. I am trying to level up all my accounts still, so that way I have all the guns and stuff, and I can do T-Dog Smitty style videos where he does the using the best gun in each Call of Duty or something like that. I do want to do videos like that, more like live videos and stuff. And so like I said, I am trying to level up all the guns, or all the accounts, but that is taking a little while, so that will probably be a little bit longer than I expected. But either way, besides that, let me know what other things you guys would like to see me do. Song of the day though is called Santeria by Sublime. Most likely you already know the song, but if you don't, go give it a listen. It's an absolute banger. Either way, without further ado, let's get right into the video. And obviously we're going to be going in chronological order of when the game's released. And so first is World at War. This is the first time we actually saw a zombies game mode, and now it was obviously extremely bare bones, especially at first with Nocturne Tone. No perks, no power system. There was absolutely nothing except for a mystery box. That was the only thing that was different about zombies from anything else in the game. But my favorite World at War map is the Reese. It's just the most advanced, and it's also just the most well designed. I do love Shino Numa. I think Shino Numa is a very, very close second. I've always loved Shino Numa, but the Reese is just even better than Shino, especially since Shino is it's so easy that it's almost a little bit boring. Almost everybody can get to a round 1000 if they just put in enough time. For Shino Numa, it's more of a test of endurance rather than actual skill, whereas Darice, with the whole Juggernaut glitch and everything like that, is actually a really skillful map. So if people get high rounds on that map, it's actually somewhat impressive, and it's just also just so good, man. Darice has been remastered so many times for a good reason. It's just such a good map. The freaking teleporters, man, it was just so cool. But now we're into Black Ops 1. That was the next one. We took a little bit of a break because we went from World at War to Modern Warfare 2, and obviously Modern Warfare 2 did not have zombies. But then Black Ops 1 came out, and we got zombies back. And Black Ops 1, in my opinion, didn't actually really improve on the zombies formula too much, if I'm being honest. It's kind of most of the maps are very similar to Doritos. They have the same basic, hey, here's a power system, here's a cool wonder weapon, here's a cool training spot, there's a mystery box. Every one of them didn't really improve on it too much, except for Moon. But I don't think Moon is the best map in this game. I do think it's Ascension. I think Ascension is definitely the best Call of Duty Black Ops 1 zombies map. It's just the most fun. I just really like it. Is it the easiest? Absolutely. But it's not so easy to the point where it's like Shino Numa from World at War. People aren't reaching round 1000 if they aren't good. You have to be good enough to actually do that. And I know I'm going to make a lot of people mad with saying Ascension, because there are maps like Call of the Dead, and people love Call of the Dead. And obviously the normies love Kino. Kino is their favorite freaking map. But this is the first one that had a true Easter egg. It didn't have as cool of an Easter egg, obviously, as Moon did, but it had a true one. It had so many different unique wonder weapons. It introduced stamina up. Stamina up was so awesome, and this is where it came from. It's one of my favorite perks of all time. It's just so much. And then shooting the whole idea with the power, when it's off, there's no color, it's black and white. Ascension was just such an iconic map, man. I'll always love it. But then we skipped another game with Modern Warfare 3, and after that, Black Ops 2 came out and continued the zombies series, and it came out to a screeching halt. So let's just leave it at that. Transit was the first one, and people were not a big fan of that. And then Die Rise, and that was not much better. But then they came out with Mob of the Dead, and that was incredible. And it was such a close battle between Mob of the Dead and Origins for me, but I ended up going with Origins. I think Origins is just the better map in my opinion. I'd rather play Origins than Mob of the Dead most of the time, but Mob of the Dead is so good, man. It's one of the best. Black Ops 2 had 2 absolute heavy hitters, 2 stinkers, and then 1 pretty freaking good map, which was Buried, obviously. Well, then the Nuketown 2025 as well, I guess you can say. But either way, I think Origins, oh my god. Like, oh my god, Origins was so ahead of its freaking time. It's unbelievable how good this map is. It is still to this day my favorite Call of Duty Zombies map of all time. There's just so much stuff to do. It doesn't even feel like you're playing, like, it obviously does feel like you're playing zombies, but it doesn't feel like it feels like it's, every time you play it, it feels like you're starting like a, like a roguelike, you know, where you're like starting a new run, and it's just so much freaking fun. It's just so good, so well designed. Origins is an absolute banger. But then after that, right after Black Ops 2 was released, a year after I should say, Ghosts came out. And I know what you're thinking. Well, Ghosts isn't zombies. What? Why are you including this? I'm going to include it. It's Extinction is what it's called, but it was a game mode very similar to zombies, but instead of the round-based zombies thing, you had to complete these objectives and further on into the world and like complete almost like a mission style thing, but with like waves of aliens instead of zombies. And I still think it's similar enough to count it as a zombies mode, so I'm going to include it. And my favorite map was Nightfall. Nightfall was the snow map, and I think most people would agree that was the most enjoyable. All the other ones are just so unbelievably forgettable. There was that one that was kind of cool where you're like going in this like weird bright colored like garden style thing. You're like kind of like in this weird planet almost, and that one was a cool design, but it didn't really play that well. Nightfall played really well, and it really like did a really good job of capturing like these aliens are taking over setting, and it was awesome. The first one sucked. I really did not like the first one, but Nightfall was just so good. Even the beginning of Nightfall was really cool with like the guy trying to get into that gate, and then the, you know, alien comes down and stabs him in the back like and picks him up. Like that was just cool. Nightfall was a really, really fun game mode, for really, really fun Extinction zombies, whatever you want to call it, map. Alright, and then right after Call of Duty Ghosts, this is when we started to get to the part, by the way, where pretty much every Call of Duty had their own style of zombies, because after Ghosts was Advanced Warfare, and Advanced Warfare did have Exo Zombies, is what it was called, a very, very weak version of zombies, but it was zombies nonetheless. People did not like this version. I hated Advanced Warfare zombies. I was not a fan of it at all. It's fun if you're literally just a casual player, and that's absolutely it, I guess, but most of them had these weird, stupid, like, missions that you would have to do midway through the map, like lockout missions, escort missions. You'd have to like you get poisoned and would like have to like run to these places on some of them. My favorite map was Descent, but I can't even really tell you why. I just kind of enjoyed it the most. It was just the one that I kind of enjoyed the best, but it wasn't even like that memorable either. Advanced Warfare was just unfortunately just such a bad zombies mode that most of the maps in it were just also not that fun. But don't worry, because immediately after Advanced Warfare came out, they came out with what is, in my opinion, the best game for Call of Duty Zombies, Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 nailed almost every single one of the original maps. Actually, it did nail every single one. I'm sick and tired of acting like Revelations and Zetsubo are bad maps. They're not. They're fun. They're really fun maps to play. Every single one of the maps in Black Ops 3 was a fun map, and then they even came out with Zombies Chronicles, which was obviously the remasters of all of them. It was just so good, and my favorite map is Drak from Black Ops 3. It was close between Drak and Garad Krovi. I know people are probably going to be like, what? Shadows of Evil isn't your favorite map in this game? It wasn't. I don't know why. I just didn't think it was as great as Drak or Garad Krovi was. I liked those maps better. They just fit my personal vibe better. And Drak was just, oh my god, it was so good. It felt like, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, but it felt like the first couple times I played it, that it was a better Origins. Now looking back on it, I don't think so. I do think I like Origins better. Like even in Black Ops 3, it has Origins Remastered, and most of the time, I go play Origins instead of Drak. But Drak is an incredible mode. The bows, the designs of these maps, and the main thing with Black Ops 3 zombies that they did so freaking well is the colors. The colors pop on Black Ops 3 zombies. And then right after Black Ops 3 came out, in the final version of the whole jetpack era Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare came out and actually surprised everybody with their own zombies mode. And everybody thought they were going to be absolutely horrible, because everybody thought Infinite Warfare was going to be horrible because of the trailer, and nobody really liked Infinite Warfare. But the zombies mode actually wasn't horrible. Now, there were some maps in Infinite Warfare, I'll be the first to admit, that freaking sucked. There was just the Attack of the Radioactive Thing, not great. Beast from Beyond, not great. But like, dude, Sheldon Shuffle, and most importantly, my favorite, Zombies in Spaceland, were actually just overall very, very enjoyable maps. Like, just very fun experiences. Zombies in Spaceland, it's unfortunate that some people never get to experience Zombies in Spaceland just because it's Infinite Warfare and they don't want to give Infinite Warfare a try because of that trailer and all the people online that make them think that Infinite Warfare is a horrible game, and so they refuse to try the game in the first place, and then they're missing out on maps like Zombies in Spaceland. Like, this is a fun freaking map with a really cool twist on zombies, and they went back through and changed pretty much everything to fit this idea of like a movie setting, but while keeping it all the same. Like, perks were no longer perks, they were like candies or whatever, like candy bars. Like, that was just so cool, man. Either way, the next Call of Duty to come out after Infinite Warfare was Boots on the Ground. We went straight back into the Boots on the Ground stuff, and not only did we go back to the Boots on the Ground, they really brought it back all the way back to the roots of World War II shooters with Call of Duty World War II, and this did have a zombies mode in it, and it was interesting. They went more for a realistic horror vibe on this one, whereas the last couple of CODs had been the complete opposite, and they were goofy almost and a little bit childish. This one went for the horror vibe, and they nailed that design down really well, but unfortunately, a lot of people will admit they did not nail the design of the maps down very well. It did feel scary. It felt like you were playing Black Ops 1 or World at War Zombies again, and that was cool. But then the maps just didn't really play that well. And I actually think the best World War II map is the Final Reich. The very first map that they introduced into this game was just the one I liked the best. I mean, what else do you have? The Darkest Shore? The Darkest Shore was horrendous. Like, there was no real... Grassenhaus was okay, but like Grassenhaus just reminds me of like a little bit of a better Nacht der Untoten, and it's like the Final Reich was the only one that was like truly fleshed out in just a good zombies map, in my opinion. But now let's talk about the most underrated Call of Duty Zombies game by far. Right after World War II came out, they went out with Black Ops 4. And Black Ops 4 had zombies in it, and nobody talked about the zombies mode. Everybody said it sucked. Everybody said it was horrible. And I was the only one that was sitting there smiling from ear to ear at every one of the maps. Blood of the Dead, I thought was fun. Freaking Voyage of Despair, I thought was fun. 9, I thought was incredible and was a very close second, actually, for my favorite map in this game. But the one I went with is Ancient Evil. But almost all the maps in Black Ops 4 are very fun maps, in my opinion, except for Alpha Omega. I think Alpha Omega freaking sucks. I hate Alpha Omega. It's so bad. But all the other maps in this game just feel so fun. It feels so good to play. And it's just like, I hate that people like hate this zombies game mode, because again, there are some maps in this game where people will just never try them, like Ancient Evil, and that's insane. Ancient Evil is so good, so good. It's such a good zombies map, and you won't try it just because it's Black Ops 4 and what, Voyage of Despair tainted it for you, or Blood of the Dead tainted it for you. Dude, they came out with 3 maps at launch. Like, yeah, it was obviously at least one of them was going to be pretty bad. You mean to tell me 9 was a bad map though? 9 was great. 9 was incredible. One of the best zombies maps of all time. I'm not afraid to admit that. And so why don't you like look at that one and try the other ones? Why don't you think, oh, well, maybe they could have done this again? Because they did. Dead of the Night and Ancient Evil were like that. Tag der Toten was like that. They were good maps, and nobody tries them. It makes me so mad. But after Black Ops 4 was probably the largest complete overhaul to the Call of Duty formula, and they came out with Modern Warfare 2019. They went with a seasons-based thing. They really started worrying about the movement and the gunsmith, and the maps started changing from being regular old 3-lane Call of Duty, you know it, you love it maps to completely different, weirdly designed maps. Modern Warfare 2019 changed absolutely everything and did not have a zombies mode. And then after that, Black Ops Cold War came out and did have a zombies mode. And my favorite map in Black Ops Cold War is the very first one, D Machine. Almost all the other maps in Black Ops Cold War are just, in my opinion, just so freaking forgettable. It's unfortunate. I think a lot of people say it and people get hate for saying it, and so I don't want to say it because, again, I think I'm going to get hate for it, but I think a lot of modern Call of Duty Zombies maps now are too scared to be too hard. And they always just make all these, like, extremely wide open camping or training areas, I should say. It's super easy to get points. It's super easy to reach round 50 and higher, especially in Cold War, where is like the zombies' health, like, completely caps off at, like, round 30 or something, and you have weapons that are so overpowered that you can go until, like, round 200 with nothing but a pistol. Like, this game is, like, just so easy that it makes a lot of the maps forgettable. D Machine is definitely the most memorable one, and I think that's just because it's the one that we all started on, but it also is a pretty well designed map and everything. It was fun. It's just, I wish the rehaul to zombies just never really happened. Like, these maps are good, but imagine how much better they would be if they were not as pandered to casual players. But then after Black Ops Cold War is where they truly showed how horrible the zombies mode is getting with Call of Duty Vanguard. Vanguard came out, and I don't think there was a soul in the world that enjoyed Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. Like, honestly, is there anyone watching this video right now that liked Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies? Anyone? I highly doubt it. The best one in this game is, I know I said no remasters, but it's the only one that I can even say that was semi-fun, the round-based Shino Numa. Again, I know I said I'm not going to include remasters on this, but dude, every single other one of these maps, I can't even remember the names of them right now. I played them all one time, and that was it. I never went back and played them again because they were so bad. I remember the first time I played the very, very first map of Vanguard when it was like first released, I didn't even finish. I got to like round 4 or whatever because I kept going into these like, you know, objective based things, which is what this game is. You go into a room and you have to complete this objective, you have to protect this thing, and if you do it correctly, that's a round. Then you go back to the hub like world area, level up, and go back into a room. It's horrible. It's a horrible design, and it was so bad that the first time I played it, I literally just didn't even wait until I died. I backed out. I literally was like, I'm not playing this. This is horrible. The round-based Shino Numa is at least a round-based zombies mode that we all know and love. It's so much worse than the regular old Shino Numas is, for sure, but it's something. Vanguard is truly horrendous. And I know we're skipping one here because technically next should be Modern Warfare 3 with MWZ, because that's their zombies mode in that game. But that mode doesn't have maps. It just has one map and you have to complete objectives in that map. Also, by the way, another horrible zombies mode that's just not fun. So we're going to skip that and go into Black Ops 6. By the way, Modern Warfare 2 2022 also did not have a zombies mode. But Black Ops 6 is the newest Call of Duty and it does have a zombies mode. And it's getting a lot of praise for its zombies mode. And I gotta be honest, I do like what they're doing. I think most of the zombies maps in Black Ops 6 are so far pretty good. The Tomb was fun. The 2 launch maps were fun. I can't even remember them right now though. Why can I not remember them? Liberty Falls and Terminus, or Terminal, or Terminus, yeah, it's Terminus. But in my opinion, without a doubt, the best one is Citadel des Morts. Citadel des Morts is easily the best map in this game so far, and if they don't improve on something here, if they don't try a little bit harder, there's not gonna be a contest. Citadel des Morts will go down in history as the best Black Ops 6 map by everybody, I think, if they don't improve on something, because the Tomb was a little lazy, and it was a little unfortunate. Like, people were excited about this map, and then they came out with it, and were just like, yeah, it's like a very, very, very watered down version of everything you know and love. Even Citadel des Morts was watered down already from like Origins and Horizon Drock. It was like a watered down version of those maps, but at least it was somewhat fun with the swords. Whereas the Tomb, the staff was just oh my god, a joke. The Tomb was just not great. Citadel des Morts is super fun though. It's relatively challenging. I like the boss zombie on it, actually, the freaking weird guy that runs around all the time. I like him. Citadel des Morts is actually a really fun map, and I am enjoying Black Ops 6 Zombies. I do think it's still a little bit too easy and too pandering towards casuals, but it's definitely fun. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video of the best zombies map in each Call of Duty game. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. Let me know what other videos that it's in the comment section down below. And yeah, the next video is probably going to be, again, just another random video until I come up with a series idea to do. But as of right now, I kind of just want to do a couple random videos anyways before we fully dive into a whole nother series. But like I said, definitely let me know what video ideas you guys have, because I really, really appreciate it. And again, massive thank you guys for all the support, man. And some of the comments I get are so nice, so sweet, man. It means the world to me. And some of my videos, guys, are already at like 500 views. I just want to make it very clear, I started this channel 2 months ago. I have 30 videos total uploaded on this channel, and some of them are already at 500, 400 views. And that's really, really cool to me. Like, that's a very fast growing channel right there. So it's obvious that you guys are enjoying it. Again, I've gotten at least 1 or 2 comments already of people being like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. Like in the Black Ops 3's map ranking video, I said I like Exodus, and I stand by that. I like Exodus. That's my personal opinion. I like it. I'm not afraid to admit that. And some guy was like, yeah, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. Like, bro, I was a Prestige Master in Black Ops 3, actually. So I'm sorry to break the news to you, but I'm pretty sure I do know what I'm talking about, all right? Like, I liked that map. It was fun for me. I know the rest of the community didn't like it, but I did. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a really fun map. Exodus needs a remaster, in my opinion, and I'm not afraid to admit it. Either way, though, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. You guys are the best. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.